Congo, of course, not Chipolopolo, mbona naita Congo, but niko kwa Zambia. DR Congo, of course, made easy work. However, there was an issue about VAR. Barnabe, an issue that also we experienced here when Kenya was playing against, I don't know if it's Angola or Madagascar, whereby there was supposed to be a penalty, but at that time VAR was not working. Yesterday, DR Congo, I think waliponea, but of course they showed up against Benin.
Yeah, they showed up, and you see,
1-0,
sometimes we underrate Benin, and we talked about it yesterday. It wasn't going to be, just a walk in the park. I think Benin came prepared, knowing that what we're playing against stars, and the kind of attacking style ambayo DR Congo wanatumia, it is very, very dangerous, because most of the time they are so patient in front of your goal, trying to pass, trying to create spaces, and that is what they were doing. But Benin also was patient in terms of wewe cheza tu, wewe vile unataka, but you are not scoring. So that was really a plus for Benin defending against people ambao wanajielewa, kina Tuanzebe, kina Wan-Bissaka ambao wana uwezo wa kupanda, and Wan-Bissaka, we could see them trying to kuleta to crossi, though hawezi, lakini they were coming. So for me, I think they need to work harder, because if this is the kind of matches we are going to see moving forward, and the way they are full of stars, inakuwa ngumu. Wako na wachezaji kama watatu wanacheza, kuna mmoja anacheza Lille, kuna mwingine anacheza Have huko Italy, in France. Wako na wachezaji wengi wazuri sana. Former Man United players are there, and I think 1-0 was just okay. Ushindi ni ushindi, but 1-0 sio si kitu. Wanafaa let a statement to you. Hata jana nilikuwa nauliza, DR Congo iko na stadium, and someone was telling me, yes, in Kinshasa kuna stadiums. Because sisi tumezoea tu kusikia tu mambo mingi, vita,
tunajua mpira yao stadium first.
Yes, by the way, DR Congo ni nchi yenye uwezi jua hata sometimes hata ligi yao inaitwa aje.
Correct.
Unajua ligi yao
inaitwa Mapembe. In fact, their league has, I think, ziko kama na Western Conference na Eastern Conference,
yes.
Like their leagues are just
iko tu unique tu kivyake tu, na haiongelele yabi sana, but they have stars.
Play, yeah.
And we kudos to the players who decided that, what, we are going back to our roots to represent our country.
Yeah, kina Wan-Bissaka, that's very important, of course, big. That's a very good decision. But remember, of course, kina Congo has teams that also have qualified for the Champions League, the CAF Champions League in Africa. So definitely it's a solid league they have in DR Congo, despite their challenges. Leo kuna magame mingi sana. Ya kwanza inaanza saa 9:30 Kenyan time, naangalia hapa Burkina Faso versus Equatorial Guinea at 6 p.m. Algeria versus Sudan, very interesting fixture. Ivory Coast versus Mozambique at 8:30, and Cameroon versus Gabon at 11 p.m. Kenyan time. Sijui producer wangu Kimanzi anataka tuanzie wapi. However,
Burkina Faso, by the way.
Tuanze na Equatorial, Burkina Faso, Equatorial ama Algeria, Sudan.
Yep.
Of course, hii tushamaliza na hii kijana Shisiru Express, Vihiga County. Haya, hii tushamaliza nayo pia. Of course, hii chezo jana. Now, of course, we know how the standings is. Tuambia standing, tupatie Group E. We are, of course, getting into Group E. Hapo ndo maneno iko itakuwa inafanyika. So, Burkina Faso playing against Equatorial Guinea. Celine, what's your take on that particular Burkina Faso Equatorial Guinea? What will you tell mwekezaji leo? How will that look like?
I think that game is going to end in a draw, unless Equatorial Guinea really shows up. Because according to the way we played them in the friendlies, I don't think they were much of a threat. I think us as Kenyans, we were not prepared for that particular game. But I feel like it's going to be a draw, or either Equatorial Guinea carries the day.
Equatorial Guinea imepigwa hadi na Madagascar. Sasa mimi sijui, I think
Madagascar imepiga Kenya.
hata Equatorial Guinea pia imepiga Kenya, so sisi tunapigwa tu na kila mtu.
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah, it's a good game, trying to play a calculated football, more of tactical, but honestly, if you look at Burkina Faso, high stakes for them to win this match. I go with Burkina Faso, maybe 2-0 or 2-1. Okay. Because again, we haven't seen clean sheets sana kwa hizi games. Maybe 2-1, because they haven't lost any match in their last 5. They've played the international matches, they've played as Burkina Faso. So I think they'll run riot
against. And of course, Burkina Faso are ranked 12th in Africa, and then of course Equatorial Guinea 21st in Africa on the World FIFA rankings. That is in Africa rankings. Algeria versus Sudan. Now, for your information, Algeria and Sudan. Algeria has. I have information from Morocco that Algeria have come with their own food to Morocco. They have come with everything. You see the way President Museveni travels. Anakuja na washroom yake, anakuja na kila kitu yake, na anarudi nao kila kitu kwa huko. That's the same way Algeria is in this particular tournament. I don't know why, for whatever reasons, but of course it's historical reasons. But again, your predictions.
I guess even during Chan, Morocco carried everything, even their food, their water, everything. They flied. Actually, I was hearing they came with 2 planes, one for the players and the others for everything they needed. Looking at that Algeria versus Sudan game, these are hawa ni Waarabu wawili wanakutana. A very good, interesting game. Actually, they met during the Chan. I guess it was during the round of 16. Algeria met Sudan. They were in the same group with Uganda during Chan. I guess they met. I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be either a draw of 2-2 up mabao zitakuwa mingi because Sudan are playing good football. Same as Algeria, but Algeria kidogo imeteremka kidogo. It's not the Algeria we used to know, like 2 AFCONs back. It's not the same Algeria, but we're going to see how it's going to end. Yeah.
And of course, way into the Algeria a little bit, of course, as we get into Group F, Ivory Coast versus Mozambique, Michael.
Let no one underrate Sudan. Please don't. Because